Okay, so my name is Nikita, and I'm a product manager for products, and also I'm responsible for the ISV program. It's an independent software vendor program. This is one of the facts that is somehow unknown to some people. When I learned of the abbreviation, I thought, oh, that's a usual American thing, right? Right? Everyone knows. No. Okay. So now I'm actually saying that. And I will tell a little bit about the program, about this program, and also about the ambassador program, which I'm involved a little bit on a side, but really it's Dari and Oliver who is usually managing requests and such. But I do participate in ambassadors meetings because it's really useful source of information about what people really involved in OpenVMS think. Okay, VSI store server, where are you from?
Process software.
Okay, yes, you are?
To Mesa software. I've been doing the MSCDC stuff. Very paid from private consultant. And,
Uh-huh.
I was part of the ambassador program since 81.
Okay, seriously. So even before the rebirth.
Before the VSI, but I'm also part of the VSI.
Yes, well, right now ambassador program, yes, it was revived, but I'm not sure how different or same is it compared to. Yeah, because
Goals are the same.
at least of what I've heard, it's like you had to be a part of HP to be an ambassador. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I retired from
Yeah, now it's basically the other way around because all BSI employees will get all the information they need anyway, and we interact anyway. Yes, and you?
BCC consultant.
Okay.
It's Tom Mustin, Team Hair, also from GCC consulting.
Okay, yeah. So no customers. I mean, no, there no customers directly because I really value when we have a chance to interact with somebody who handles a lot of customers because it's like they have an aggregate opinion, many companies, or they know all their needs. Okay, so well, it's a lot of it is really basic, but I will tell it anyway. So the requirements are quite simple. If you are being in any way useful for general OpenVMS using public, then you are basically fit for the program. That means that if you are a company developing software or providing services or both, so it's just about general involvement because we don't want uh, companies and individuals like that to have any problems obtaining OpenVMS for testing, for like maybe demoing something to customers and like developing their software. And yeah, of course, yes, as I'm saying here, there are many companies which fit in different baskets because some ISVs are also participating as customers because they run something VMS in production, and we have a mix of ISV slash reseller because usual resellers is account managers question, and some of them are not heavily involved in. They are not super interested in OpenVMS stuff. Just some companies just sell licenses, and yeah, but some companies are like our best friends in all kind of activities. Yeah. So we have, well, it depends how to count because some companies just keep disappearing and they reappear whenever I'm planning to like write them the last letter of signing them off because it's like you haven't been responding for a year. I'm sorry, but well, then they reappear or do something else. So this is about mutual help because what we need sometimes is something for the customers, the assurance that we will have a working ecosystem around OpenVMS. Because an OS without anything that runs on it, okay, you can write some custom software, you can have your own system not needing any third-party company, but it's not for everyone. And yeah, so vendors are important, and it's important that they stay on OpenVMS or even develop new products, which actually happens. So right now, I would say that we are in a good situation, but so I'll talk about the backend a little bit later, this slide later. So just in case, as I said, we are providing OpenVMS and its software. So we provide licenses for almost all the software that we have. So on the ESP, we have basically everything, and ISVs have access to anything but like packages specifically made for some customers, closed tests and such. So everything which is remotely public is usually available for ISVs. So yeah, we try to keep it like that, and I try to include new products when they are delivered. I mean, new for platform sometimes when they appear. Because for example, this year in the very beginning, we finally delivered job management in production. It's a port of X.com's application, and later in the year, so like a couple months ago, we delivered performance management. Also X.com, and they weren't in the license, and I'm not reissuing the whole license, but I just added separate licenses for people to use VSP. So you will have everything. If you can't, for some reason, have access to it or find it, or you have questions about what exactly to use, which version, you can just write me, and yeah, I will try to resolve that. So what is the license good for? It is good for any kind of development. It is good for testing, but with the exclusion of a case when it's like testing on customer systems where it's like their secondary environment. We are providing development licenses to you, not to for the customer to try something out. Yeah, so as long as it's in your premises and not production, you're fine. And we are not also enforcing on how many nodes you will use the license. ISV license doesn't, well, the one that we produce, it doesn't have any restrictions about units. So it's basically on like basis of trust. And I'm not sure, actually, can you build a cluster with that?
Yes.
Yeah, you can, right? I mean,
because we have clusters with ISV licenses.
Okay, I didn't remember what happens if two systems meet and they have the same license. Okay, so yeah, you can. And this hasn't changed. Well, it changed a little bit because accounts are getting more serious about checking what companies are running. Because we found 3 companies with like, oh, we got this report. You have 20 servers, you paying for 12. Yeah, so we did find some situations like that. So trust has been breached a few times. Yeah, so now they're a little bit more serious about it. So I've asked, it's like, if you're checking, please also tell me it's like about ISV notes. Yeah, just so
I suppose that goes with why the licenses have a relatively short lifetime these days.
Yes, but well, the reason also is not just trust, but the fact that most companies won't run anything on a pirated license because how do you pass any kind of compliance? And so it just most companies just won't do that because this is not what they can do as business. And so we are not really worried. But yeah, we started a little bit of verifying part of trust and verifying. Well, this is intended for customers, and we have 0 customers here. And this slide is here because on on multiple occasions, we had situations where customers are asking us about some third-party products, like, is it coming on x86? And in some cases, we don't know. Well, this is good for me because I get to know, and I try to contact the company, recruit into the program, start working with them, remind that we exist. And sometimes, as in case with, so, okay, just for example, it's Commvault and Synergex, with Synergy product. They are telling that they are not, they are considering porting but not porting because there is no demand. And I see demand in many emails, but it's not like I cannot just send them communications between other parties. Yeah, so I'm asking, guys, could you please just write to the vendor, because this is how you buy stuff from store. You come to a store. Yeah, and somehow this is not always happening. So I'm just saying that we can be a third part of any conversation if somebody needs like to evaluate specific offerings or to work together because we also provide a company with some services or something like that. So we can be in CC and your letters if you want to have us. But really agreement and actually pushing a vendor to deliver something is on customers, not on us. We try. Yeah, so I am trying to build cases, and yeah, sometimes even people like Kevin from Oracle are trying to build cases. Well, he wants this thing to survive, so he's running around for almost a year right now, just to do that. But yeah, so this thing was here for. When I joined, we had a serious backed up file of licenses we have to provide because the licenses were delivered to each and every company. Like, they were actually different licenses, and they were created manually through a really long process. John Ross, our operations, he threw out like 10 steps out of 20 in this thing, because it's just like it was something like current account stuff that nobody knows why we have this number, but that we spent, they generated it. So we made it really easy. Right now, it's actually it's basically the same license everybody use. We just reissued every year, and we also moved all the renewals. So that's the license starts on 1st of May and ends on 30th of April next year. So it became easier, and I'm sorry, every year we keep losing somebody, and we renew them later, or we forget to provide plugins sometimes. But generally, 80% or 90% of renewals, they go.
The one that we have the most trouble getting is the license for license.
So again, it's to sign.
Yep.
Yes, because this is still a manual thing, and I tried to get myself involved. It's like, guys, could I issue the license? It's like, I would do that. I'm okay with extra work, but it's like we have like it's not everyone who needs them. But well, I can do that directly for different reasons. And yeah, it's not automated, so we are trying to handle that. But yeah, so do you require plugins?
Yes.
Have you got them?
I believe we have the current one. Yes.
Okay.
This
This is good.
Hunter usually has to ask for it specifically.
Yeah.
And as you said, there's a delay.
Sorry for that. Also, so this year at least I took the communication lead, because before that I was like, yes, and provide the guys plugins, and then sometimes it's forgotten. So this year it's like not me who is issuing, but at least I will be delivering. So I will have it noted that I haven't done something, because it was harder to control someone else. So communication is on me, and the next year it will be only me to blame. Yeah.
Yes, we take and do license checking with all our software.
Yeah, yeah.
Good luck back
Thank you. And yes, usually just like a little bit nudginess helps. But I hope we'll just provide that without any required activity from. Okay, so about the ISP program, this is all the basics. Maybe you have some questions.
I don't know if it's something I've not seen, or it's not published, or what, or it's not up to date. Uh, the kit signing procedure.
Mhm.
I know at one time that the installation procedures have changed. Who they say signed it or not signed it or something like that. Is it something that ISPs can do?
So
Their product.
if you want to license your product the same way that we do, so then you need the packgen thing. So it's
And
basically
then create a manifest and things like that, you know.
yes, it's a license that enables a component inside OpenVMS, which is actually it's shipped to everyone. It's not working if you don't have this thing. And usually, like most companies, and I was even asking, so like, why don't we do it together with everything else? Most companies prefer to have a separate clean installation of OpenVMS somewhere with packgens.
Yeah.
So we just have a system just for that. And yeah, so when we provide packgens, we provide the license, and also it requires for OpenVMS to know that this is a good software. So we have these two identifiers. I don't remember how it's signer and something like so.
Something like that.
Two identifiers. Usually it's just like name of a product, name of a company, or like both same.
Yeah, we've got that packed.
Yes, and because this is what is added somewhere in our systems, so every OpenVMS system knows that it's a legit software. Yeah, so then they meet together.
So there is something available. There is something available right now. You're saying, or we create our AutoGen kits. I know. We have some salt kits, but we just have safe sets. It's not like we have a safe set. We have a manifest copy.
Okay, let's talk later. Could you please write to me?
Okay.
And yes, we will dig into your problem because I believe if we provide it, then you can just issue licenses and sign kits.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a problem.
And let us know how to get it done, things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Because on the details of how we sign, I'm not sure because I saw general instructions on how to do that, but I won't be able to reproduce them now.
Yeah. Yes, they do. But there was a way of doing it with kit install at one point.
In fact, when they started that third-party VMS install kits.
Yeah.
Cute, so install.
Yeah.
But really, with the product that we are starting delivering now, is the development environment. I was involved in delivery, and then we postponed it. And then it was my colleagues who were in charge of it. So now I'm not really involved in the product. But I was investigating our ways to licenses. Like, why don't we pick up some modern service for licensing stuff, including like possibility to have online licenses, offline licenses for like high sec stuff. When the machine is in the basement, then it will never connect to any server outside. But yeah, we still have this system. It's kind of funky for both sides, but yeah, I believe that we will manage to provide you with a solution anyway. Irrelevant.
We've got some customers. We have some customers that hinted that they would like it. Basically, they have kits that are signed. And, right now they say, okay, we can do extra paperwork to get around it.
Okay. So if you have some third party company who also wants that, we need to sign them up to.
No, they're not producing software. They're running our software on VMS, but they have to certify to government.
Okay.
That these are the proper patents. These things have not been corrupted in getting to the certificate of fact, which is what the purpose of the manifest signature is.
Okay, so we actually, I was involved in the conversation about removing manifest when we deliver kits, because it was a secondary way to check the integrity of the package, because we have MD5 hash, and it's like, what else do you need? If hash is the same, it's okay. If it's not the same, it's
okay. So you just
read on load or
publish a hash separately. That should be sufficient.
So it is on the VSP. Tatiana, is it available for customers on the VSP? Because I see it in the interface, but I'm not sure. MD5 hash to check.
MD5 is actually pretty weak.
Well, is it easy to imitate that everything works with a broken file?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would say whether it's broken, but it's just not. It's just an old, not very strong.
But okay, but yeah, but if we talk about companies with specifically high security levels, it's like maybe like something that is okay for 95% of markets is not okay for like defense.
SSH now the skirt at one time. MD5 was fine for hashing, for packets, and these days, MD5 will never stop.
I meant that you can also, if MD5 hash is available for you on VSP as a customer, then you can, after downloading file, compare if we download it,
take
100%
software, and if you get the same thing, odds are you've got the right stuff.
Yeah, and we didn't care about the complexity of the standard, because it was mostly intended to make sure that the download is not broken, not if it's bad. It wasn't specifically like tangled with by some bad actor.
A lot of packages we use engineering, so we need to know for sure that package will be go to the VSP environment.
Take a look at what happened recently with solar links. Protocol solar links. Then it was all over the world. Basically, a bad actor third party. And when they issued the next update, bring up all of our customers what's bad as them. They have access to everybody. They have access to everybody. And so they didn't have time for the customers to sample them. So his point, make sure that patches and everything that's certified as high as possible.
The only thing I know is that I had their stocks and they fell pretty sharp when trying to look at it. I remember just angrily selling them because I believe nothing good will happen the next several years. Okay, so, well, yes, we will talk about packaging, but generally, yeah, I think that we will have a solution. Well, next thing is an ambassador program. It's in terms of what you will get. In terms of software, it's basically the same. There might be some differences, but if there are, they're temporary, and yeah, you will get all the same stuff. But in addition, we might have some closed tests where we are not ready to show something. It's not like we don't run our QA stuff, but sometimes it's just when something is really fresh, and so we just want to deliver it to people who really want it, but we also don't want people to write us complaints about the same bug. Or yeah, so we, for example, did it with first version of Git on x86, and that actually helped because multiple ambassadors calmly wrote to us that we have some critical errors, which I don't know how to fix them. But yeah, we just quickly delivered new kits, and just 2 weeks later we had a public field test, and we didn't embarrass ourselves more public. Yeah, so well, this is a part where we provide something, but we also sometimes asking ambassadors to be a little bit patient with the products. You want to test earlier. maybe you want to see how you implement something based on that product in your company or in your personal stuff. But yeah, we expect a little bit more patience with something more roles. And also we have some activities for ambassadors. We have quite regular webinars, usually led by Daria, and we try to invite sometimes it's ambassadors as well, but we try to invite experts in certain areas if we want to really talk about something in detail. And you can also make use of like both. Like there is an ambassador group chat, and we are generally like trying to answer as soon as possible if we get some inquiries. So yeah, we try to get involved to a few, yeah, make it useful for both sides. And yeah, but on webinars, we have closed webinars from ambassadors, and we had open webinars, for example, with store server. We had one about backups.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is both to ambassadors and to ISVs. We can be a platform for you to promote. I'm not saying that you will become immediately super popular. If you haven't. But yeah, this is still a way to reach out to some companies. So yeah, that should work. And I actually, this is why I'm also talking about basics. I was talking like half a year ago with one of my colleagues from development, and I mentioned some third-party product, and she was like, "Oh, but we will deliver something better." I was like, "What? Because we are fighting with them, right?" What? What is he saying? Like, so she had an idea that we are trying to compete actively. We are not. So it's like we want as much stuff as available as possible. So we are not putting sticks in any wheels anywhere. Yeah. So of course there is a degree of competition everywhere, but we are not pushing for that, and we are not using the administrative resource to somehow hinder our company's activity. So yeah. Also, if you want to promote something and you think it might be useful for many organizations, maybe reach out. We can't also just promote everyone all the time, but yes, we can talk. By the way, I'm planning to, right after Bootcamp, I will continue doing that. I'm updating the partner catalog on our website because nobody looked at it for like 5 years. So it was like 30 names missing, 30 companies I know nothing about because they are not working with OpenVMS now, don't exist at all or something. So we are updating this thing, and yeah, you can have a little place on our website with links to your products. So yeah, we can talk about that if you want to get your content updated. Yes.
Just mentioned about where all the VMS customers are. One of the things that I think is generally well known, but we digital was sold to Compact, had to move to a whole new service desk with Compact handling do everything. They only brought over the customers that had valid VMS customers at the time. So any customer that had said, I'm not going to live this year, for whatever reason, too expensive, probably at the time, or solid, they didn't bring it over to the new Compact. Compact got sold to HP, same thing happened. And I'm sure that when you took the customers from HP, they probably gave you valid contracts, not customers that might be interested in the future. But they probably, I'm just guessing, but they probably did the same thing as Compact and the other ones, and only gave you valid So with each one of them, you're losing a chunk of valid customers. And to me, I think that's why 400,000 customers worldwide is the number. But the point is, there's still a lot of VMS customers out there that haven't heard before and things like that. They learn VMS. Oh, no.
Non-VSI versions, yes,
No,
yes,
well,
it's no problem.
That seems pretty surprising.
We keep rediscovering that.
Unsupported.
Some companies don't even know that somebody is supporting OpenVMS again. It's like some companies really think it's abandonware.
Well, and there are some companies that are tied to much older versions of VMS. You know, 5.5.2 run backs or 6 something on alpha. They have perpetual license.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, so yes,
the amount of support they would get out of VSI is minimal, right?
yeah, when we talk about new customers, we usually mean companies like that, because when I was joining the company, Jan was also interviewing me, and he asked me, he's like, do you like new stuff? I said, yes. He's like, not a job for you. No customers, no new customers, no
You
new
don't
need.
expect the boss to tell you that.
Okay, so Jan is a perfect negotiator, and but he's quite conservative. So I reserve a right to be a little bit more optimistic about this. Yeah, so it's like I was saying that we are not dying anymore. Well, but I think that we at some point will come to a situation where we'll be actually getting at least some new customers, because it's like if the OS and the software will be relevant, somebody might eventually like, start using VMS. But the reality is that right now and for maybe the next several years, we will only have the customers rediscovered. And Dario was presenting, we actually have, what she said. So we have a bunch of new customers every year. And yes, it's working, and most of the companies are actually quite happy that we exist. But when we learn that we can get support because they have a backlog of questions and they have outdated versions of everything, because I am trying to push off SSL 111 because it's old. It's not old. It's like the last release was like a year ago. And we try to keep it as secure as possible, considering the fact that it's not supported by the community. Yeah, so we will have perhaps new companies, and she also mentioned expansion to Japan. A really secured separate society, which adds another layer of like, how do you know that somebody is using something if they don't talk to you?
A lot of those assembly lines were old enough to where they probably have time to.
Yes, manufacturing semiconductors. So.
Those are the things that you start in. So
Yes, and somebody wants to get out of all that, especially if it's integrity. Because alpha.
Some of them, if you're talking fast.
Yeah, but
emulated these days rather than real hardware.
Yeah, okay, but in general, we probably don't know of some companies who also provide emulators, and it's all underwater and who knows.
a lot of those process control things, I can say right now. So I'm not free. Every help at least, and or to sell them frustrating. That's kind of real. Help them is with each other. That like running past them, help them. I'm arguing with that because they're so rock solid. But big thing these days is support. You know, they use virtualization, they've got support. But that is going to get as well type of security. Other process control stuff is a big part of all the closed loop. Those are long off.
It's air gap. It's air gap.
Yeah, but why I was talking about emulation because any hardware eventually dies.
Yes.
It's like thick dust of like mix of dust and secondhand smoke of countless system
You know, dear, take the
system managers.
You might break something in the process.
That's the big problem. You got a plant with different factors and 1,000 little devices that it's controlling. To replace that and production, just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
We are, yeah, we have such a nice conversation, but we're really over time. I'm not sure. Was that the last segment?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not keeping you from anything else.
Just be like minute sections.
Yeah, but if the conversation is good, why not?
I think we're gonna get published on then.
Yes.
You may want to clean up that second bold bullet. Joining, you should say join your vehicles. Dash yourself.
Yeah. Oh, he says what you get for joining the ISV program after you talked about requirements to master and joining the ISV.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Now
Could be a little confusing.